that this part of the world, East Yorkshire, Northern Lincolnshire, Hull, was a very special part of the world. I mean, you just need to, and I don't need to say that, if you just look at the view out of the window and see what a unique place this is in the world. And this is at a time when the strengths of the area, whether it's geographical or whether it's historic strengths in terms of skills, are needed around the world more than ever before. The energy industry is one of the world's growing industries around the world. And it's sometimes said that Hull and the Humber generally is rather isolated. I think that's in the eye of the beholder, because actually what you've got here is probably the best located centre for energy and marine engineering in Europe. You've got pretty much the equivalent to a border with all of the countries in Northern Europe that are principal trading partners here. You couldn't get any closer to them without being in the countries themselves if you have the access from here. So I've always thought there was a massive opportunity here. It very much reflects a proposal that's come from the businesses and from the civic leaders of the area to the government. And what they've said is, given the opportunities for the energy industry in particular here, one of the things we need to do is to plan for the long term, to make sure that the workforce is equipped with the skills that are needed to take up those jobs. The other thing that I know has been something that has caused concern to prospective investors in the past is, despite the great opportunities afforded by the estuary, sometimes the process of getting planning permission and knowing what's going to be possible and the time taken to get the necessary consents has been a real frustration and has been a source of disadvantage compared to other places, other competitors. Again, I think one of the big breakthroughs that Chris and his colleagues have pushed is to bring all of the different bodies together to have a long-term plan for the estuary, to know in advance which areas need which protections, and so to make sure that any investor knows very clearly upfront what is possible and can get answers very quickly. And I think that's going to be a tremendous source of confidence for the future.